the deeper business realities that are really shaping the external outcomes that we're experiencing. What are the limiting beliefs that we can bring a massive transformation around? Are the things we'll be discussing in today's Intention Monday. Hey, my name is Rishi Patel. I'm the founder of Selling in Alignment, where I work with coaches and consultants to reprice and package their services so they can discover and live their purpose. And today's Intention Monday is Timeless Principle 7, Unveiling Deeper Business Realities. We're starting off by really just talking about aligning with some ultimate truths in business. So how can we really take some of these principles and apply them into our week? I'd love to know. If you're on live, then let me know. Drop a comment in the comments box. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, let me know what you're taking away from this. And I'd love to know what you're going to apply into your week and indeed into your life moving forward. So the first topic that we have today inside of the Intention Monday is really around this internal reality, shaping external outcomes. Well, what do I mean by that? So a lot of this knowledge that I talk about is actually derived from ancient Eastern scriptures. And there's a great deal of power and science that goes into the scriptures. What I love about these ancient teachings is that they are tried, tested, they're battle tested, they have been through thick and thin. They've lasted for thousands of years, and they will last for thousands of years to come. These ideologies are so perfect for all of the things that come up, not only in business, not only in the space of selling, not only in the space of empowerment, but for every aspect of our lives moving forward. And the first one is that ultimate truth that our internal reality creates our external reality. This is a science. What we believe, the way in which we show up to the world, is what gets created externally. If you've ever had clients come to you and say things like, it's not quite the right time, I don't have the finances, or I don't have enough time to invest into this, I have so many other projects, I can guarantee that there is something that's going on in your life where you're also showing up to the world with, hey, I don't have the finance for this, I don't really have the time or the space, or you feel like you've taken on too much, or you feel like you're burning out. It's very powerful because your clients in business are always going to act as some form of mirror. Now, it may not necessarily be in that aspect of life, and there may be something where you really have to dig deep. You really have to get honest around, hey, where in life am I out of integrity? Right? What is it that I've given my word to that I haven't fulfilled on? Because the way we show up to life influences all of these things that happen externally to us. And this powerful principle has been spoken about from thousands and thousands of years back, and it stands true today. Now, if you're a coach and you're showing up to the world in that way, I guarantee your clients are going to show up for you in the same way. The second that you put your high value, high end offer in front of them and say to them, hey, you know what, this is the thing that's going to give you that ultimate transformation. They're going to show up to you like, hey, you know what, I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, I don't have the resources, I don't have the space, I feel like I'm burning out, I feel like, and you'll get all of the stuff that comes up. And if there are reasons, there can't be results. And if there are results, there can't be reasons. And I want us to really get that. It's a very powerful concept. And I guarantee that if your clients are showing up that way, then there's something going on there inside for you. And if they're showing up that way to life, then I guarantee all of the realities that are inside of your clients' lives are also showing up like that as well. They're going to have objects, they're going to have situations, they're going to have people that are showing up to them like that. What do I mean by objects showing up like that? That's a bit of a strange, abstract thing to say, isn't it? Well, actually, no, not really. You know, one of the objects that could show up to you in a disempowered way could be, for example, the television, right? You could be pressing the remote control and the thing couldn't be working and you're going to get upset about it and you're going to get frustrated at the TV. The TV is an inanimate object, and yet somehow this frustration builds up. Like, it could be a car. for example, right? Like something's going on with the car or the engine light is coming on or something and you're frustrated by it. It's an inanimate object, right? It doesn't have a consciousness to it and it doesn't have this ability to think and feel and act like humans do. Yet you'll show up feeling upset or frustrated about the car. Why? It's because something else inside of your reality isn't working for you. You're out of integrity somewhere else in your life. And so the way that life shows up to you is in the same way. Objects, situations, people. So how can we resolve this? How can we really get to overcome this negative self-talk? How can we really just kind of get transformation around these unfounded doubts? The first thing we need to do is really to acknowledge it. To be able to put our hands up and say, you know what? Like, I acknowledge and take responsibility for the situation that I'm in today. Like, it takes something for someone to be able to do that. Not a lot of people can do that. Now, the most traction that people receive on social media are when they show up honestly, authentically, and vulnerably. And just say to the world, you know what? That's not working in my life right now, and I'm owning it. Like, I'm really just taking responsibility for the way life is showing up for me right now. And that's the first step, is the acknowledgement. Because only once you acknowledge do you then have response ability. And that's where responsibility actually comes from. You now have the ability to respond instead of react. So getting into the car and seeing the engine lights come on, or seeing that the tyre needs to be changed, or seeing that it's got a flat tyre or something like that, and not reacting, which would be, kicking the tyre or kicking the car or whatever, and responding and saying, you know what, I'm acknowledging that right now I'm in a bad headspace, and so that's showing up for me everywhere that I am, and that's why I'm upset with the car. The car has actually done nothing wrong. So first we acknowledge and accept responsibility, and accept responsibility, and then we have the response ability to be able to bring about a transformation. You cannot get to the transformation until you first bring the acknowledgement. And so this is the first step in overcoming negative self-talk. So if situations are showing up for you in your life which are just incongruent, they're things that are just not working. You know, you've got people around you that are not feeling well, or you're not feeling well, or you've had to take the dog to the vet, or like all of these different examples, then there's something going on, and we can bring a transformation to that. It takes some form of action. It takes some form of forward momentum. What can you do to take one step forward from where you are to where you want to be? And there's great power in that. And it cannot be done until you first acknowledge, I own it. Once you do that, you can then break down, okay, this is the goal that I want right now. This is what would serve me. This is what would inspire my people. This is what would get me a massive transformation in my headspace and have my entire world show up differently. Now that's my end goal. Then I've got the ability to be able to break it down. But if I'm in fight or flight and I'm reacting, I can't do that. And the only reason you'd step into fight or flight or react is if you're coming from the space of life is happening to me instead of life is happening for me. Like these situations, circumstances, people, objects that are showing up in my world right now, they're happening to serve my journey. And that's really, really powerful. And so you have a duty to fulfill. There are people, your future clients, dear coach, are relying on you to show up in a powerful way, to have them feel empowered. And so the only way to do that, really, is to take action, move forward. And that's your duty. It's not even an option to do that. It is mandatory because it's your duty. It's your entire makeup. It's the purpose of your being, is to step forward into empowerment. And then so what? There'll be a cycle. Like we'll get disempowered again. We'll feel like life is happening to us, and then we re-energize ourselves. And the fastest way to re-energize ourselves is to be around the right caliber of people, to read the right caliber of books, to immerse yourself with the right types of environment and habits, which will help us bounce back quicker and be more and more empowering. I'd love to know what you're getting from this, what you're going to take away, what you're going to apply in your week. Let me know in the comments below, #replay. Until the next time, My name's Rishi Patel. I'm the founder of Selling in Alignment, working with coaches and consultants to reprice and package their services so they can discover and live their purpose. Keep selling in alignment.